Good night, world. This is Ivan Omer here again. Hope you guys are enjoying this amazing Ivan's Listening series. Hope you guys enjoyed my last video. I decided to do two video marathon, obviously earlier. I hope you guys enjoyed those two videos. Last video I talked more about the CEOs obviously, and how good my Last of Us Zane's book is as you're looking at a better written story than J.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. I'm not kidding around. You guys think I'm crazy, but once you read my book, you'll finally see what I mean. You're gonna be like, all you book nerds are gonna be like, holy shit, man, I even wrote a masterpiece. Yeah, man. I wrote a fucking masterpiece better than J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. But J.R.R. Tolkien has better world building. It's more rich, obviously. So the Lord, even though Last of Us Zanes would be a better movie than Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings has more rich world building, more rich cultures, more rich languages. You see what I'm saying? More rich speech. Because Tolkien not only Tolkien's world building also includes his speech too. Like you have Aragorn and Legolas speaking all these languages. Obviously, his Lord of the Rings has a deeper world building we have a deeper world building than my story, obviously. But Last of Us is a better story. You see what I'm saying here? Hence why, even though I'm a creative genius, I need help because Peter Jackson wrote Fellowship of the Ring. He can help me with all these words and all that stuff. Because there's a good chance I'm going to be adding quite a bit of dialogue in Zanus. Good 30% dialogue. You can have that brilliant mind help you with these words. You know what I'm saying? So even though I'm creative and I know what I'm doing, I need help with some of the words and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee you, even Peter Jackson, like, yo, Ivan, you wrote a masterpiece. You don't need my help. I'm like, no, Peter, I need your help. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm a creative genius, I need your help. I need the script developers help me too. I need your help. That way we get a better script. Yeah, if I wrote the script on my own, it'd still be a good movie. But chances are you catch maybe a few flaws. Because in my opinion, you shouldn't write a movie on your own. You need to co-write it. Have people help you. That way you get a better script, obviously. Hence why Zane's will be an amazingly written script. As I told you, when me and VJ take our year off, I'm gonna plan the whole story with VJ. That way, when I do my board meetings, we plan the story. I'm all prepped. I know what I want done for my movie. Obviously, as I told you, I'm gonna make quite a few changes. Okay, VJ, what changes do you think should be made for the movie? And people say, yeah, Ivan, we should change this, we should change that, we should add more scenes with Eritan for full. Yeah, I'm gonna add probably a bit more scenes with Eritan and for full, develop them a bit more in the movie. Whereas in the book, they're not as developed as the human characters. See what I'm saying here? Also, you can add some more scenes in the movie to make it more interesting. So I already told you some of the few things I'm gonna change in the movie. I told you Eritan has an axe in the book, whereas in the movie I'll most likely have him have a long sword. For Fool, I'll have him have a long sword. Bo, I'll have him have a long sword. So Morale, I'll have him have a long sword. Whereas in the movie, they all have axes. Whereas I'm gonna have them have swords in the movie. See, that's a minor change, obviously. Tacti's eyes glow blue in the book, whereas in the movie, I'll have his eyes change color. That way, it translate better on screen. You have his eyes glow blue. That's kind of silly. Aratat's eyes go blue. For Fool's eyes go blue. But in the movie, I'll have their pupils change color. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to spoil the story for you. Hence, I have some good ideas, obviously. The Blood Valley is not an actual bridge. It's the bridge between the north and the south. But I'm not gonna have a bridge in the movie. No, if you do that, you're looking at a flaw. It will be silly. I'm gonna have it be like some huge valley. I'm thinking something like that. The Pelennor battles in Return of the King. I'm thinking something like that. Except the valley is full of what dead rotting corpses, dead corpses. There's crows eating dead flesh, all that stuff. I'm thinking something like that for the valley of the Blood Valley, which is the bridge between the north and the south, obviously. So once you cross the Blood Valley from the north, you're now in the south. Aratat's territory, obviously. That's where they got an amazing story. Once you cross the Blood Valley from the north, you're now the Blood Valley from the south. You're now in the north, which is what Tactius' territory. Because Tactius is the prince of the north, right? He's a prince of Zan. He's a prince of the north. His father is the king of Zanus, obviously. I don't want to spoil the story for you. Aratat's the king of the south. So the moment you pass the south, pass through the Blood Valley from the north, you're now in the south, and the south is cursed, whereas the north is holy, and the south has like I don't know, a gray sky. It's cursed. You know what I'm saying? The sun sets faster in the south, so it gets darker faster, and the atmosphere is cursed, it's tainted. I'm thinking something like the beginning of Passion of Christ with Jesus. Remember how when he was in the garden, the atmosphere felt looked a bit like cursed. Think of something like that for the south. It's a cursed atmosphere. That's really kind of best story ever told. And even though the south is Eretet's territory, the moment you journey through the western Gilead Mountains, the cursed western Gilead Mountains, you're now in Ephesus territory, and he's the king of that region. He's the king of the mountains. And the king of the mountain, and the mountains in the south are cursed too. You have the big mosquitoes bite you, and you also have the jaguars that can kill you. You see what I'm saying? So you have this huge mountain valley, which is Ephesus territory, and you have like big mosquitoes. Remember that picture I showed you, my purchasing the rights? Think something like that for the mountains, and it leads to the ancient Gilead city like Moria. You know what I'm saying? And that's where Ephesus and all his demon bats live, and they sleep. They sleep in the rooms and all that stuff. Yeah, you look something amazing. Think something like Moria, except 3 times better, because I'm pouring more money into the movie. Except it looks more like it's a cavern, obviously, but there's also a pillared city inside, something like Moria. And if you have like a bunch of rooms, and there's 3 big doors that stand out, and Ephesus and his bats sleep in those rooms also. This is something creepy. And Papyri, Tactius, and Cassius go into each of those 3 rooms. You know, it looks something amazing. That's really like an amazing story, man. You have all of Sapphires journeying through the cursed western Gilead Mountains. Think something like Prince of Egypt. They all have torches. They're all scared. And you have these big. Remember King Kong? That's why Peter Jackson's perfect for Zane's, because he also did King Kong. King Kong, you had those big insects in the island. Well, think of like big mosquitoes the size of your hand biting the people in the mountains, man. Because the mountains cursed, obviously, right? Yeah, man. You see what I'm saying? Just like the forest of Galathea is cursed. The forest of Galathea, you have the snakes, you have Eretat's crows, his spies. Obviously, they can roam around the forest of Galathea. And then once you pass the forest of Galathea, you journey through the Valley of the Dark. I showed you pictures of what I'm talking about. This cursed Valley of the Dark, where you feel the evil. Because both Eretat, the reason why the Western Cursed Mountains are cursed is because the South is cursed, obviously. So to get to what to get to Ephesus, you have to go through the big mosquitoes. To journey through the ancient Gilead city, you have to go through the big mosquitoes that bite you. Obviously, imagine that on screen. That's something crazy. And you also have the jaguars that can kill you. Obviously, to journey to Barak, you have to go through the forest of Latha, which is cursed. You have Eretat's spies who roam around there who can kill you. Obviously, you even have the wild crows too. You have snakes, obviously, and you have to go through the dark valley, the Valley of the Dark. And once you pass that valley, you're now in Barak. And that's where Eretat lives. Think something like that scene when Saruman was walking in Fellowship of the Ring, and and the orcs were forging swords, obviously, and they dig, right? And they dig the boss orc out of the ground. Think some atmosphere like that for Barak. Yeah, they're all demon wolves, yeah, man. That's why I look at an amazing story. I know what I'm doing. Looking at a story better than Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. I'm not saying it'll be much better. No, Lord of the Rings will be close, obviously. And it's very hard to top that series. But Last of Zane's will guarantee to be better than Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. If you write, as long as it's done right. Put a lot of money into it. Put almost $1 billion into it. Hire the best crewmen, the Lord of the Rings crewmen who helped create that masterpiece. Hire an amazing director like Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson, who worked on Lord of the Rings or Passion of Christ, obviously. Hire a good assistant director to help him. Obviously, plan your story, obviously. Plan your story. That's why I want to plan the story with VJ when we take our 1 year vacation. Hey, VJ, even though we're on vacation, let's dedicate a couple days a week and let's plan out my whole book from volume 1, volume 2. Yeah, Ivan, I'll help you. You know what I'm saying? We plan it all out and we hire someone to type it out, obviously. And I also want me and VJ studying the Fellowship of the Ring script. That we have some good ideas for our screenplay. That way, when we're hard to work in the office, I'm not lost. I know what I want to accomplish in my book. But at the same time, I also have my book as a foundation, obviously, right? For the first couple of days, I'm going to sit down with the 2 script developers, my wife, Peter Jackson, in the boardroom or the console room. We're going to discuss, okay, what changes should we make in the book? You know what I'm saying? What do you want to happen? We do that, then we start writing the script. We can do that for a good, we can have board meetings for a good, 5 days, and after that, we can start immediately writing the script. That way you get an amazing movie, obviously. See what I'm saying here? And that way, and you give John Howe and Alan Lee and all them, and the one you drew for the concert of Pennywise the Clown, you give them ideas, and they can draw all your world building, the customs of the Southerners, Northerns, and the characters. The more interesting one, the characters. You see what I'm saying here? That way, you get an amazing movie, obviously. I'm gonna do that for all my movies. For all my movies, and whenever me and Media take our year off, we plan out our story. So for the Grays, I already mentioned this in my previous videos. I'm gonna do the same thing for the Grays, especially for all my other movies. All my other movies, I don't have a foundation. I don't have my book. I don't have a book to guide me. Hence why me and Media are gonna have to plan out the story. Obviously, that we know what we want the story to be about. For the Gray Escape movie, they're unique. You see what I'm saying? Like for They're Unique, before I said I want the movie to start off with Dawn on the airplane. No, I want They're Unique to start off with Dawn and Josh as kids, how they met how they met their best friends obviously. So I'm gonna start the movie off with how Dawn is living with her parents or her family. Obviously they're rich, they spoil her. She goes to school and she meets Megan. They become best friends. They become best friends as kids. I don't know. They become best friends. I'll do a movie. They become best friends. I don't know. I'll have Dawn be like 10 years old, and you start the story how she meets Megan at school and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then Megan, they become best friends, and then Megan's like nothing will ever separate our friendship. You know what I'm saying? I'm also gonna do. I'm gonna have Josh be an orphan. Josh is an orphan, obviously. He lives in like an orphanage or something like that, and he meets Jake. You have the story of how he meets Jake, and they become best friends. And Jake is like, Jake is like, you're my best friend, Josh. We're best friends for life. You know what I'm saying? Nothing will ever separate us apart. You know what I'm saying? You know. So then after that you transfer to Dawn the airplane, obviously, and she's on her. She's moving to what? She's moving to. She's texting Megan and her family, and she's flying on a plane to Vancouver. And the waiter gives her dirty stares. You know what I'm saying? The waiter gives her dirty stares. And what? I'm also gonna do a thing when Dawn is a kid. She's very cute, and then people and even boys at school like her and all that stuff. You can do something like that. Oh, this chick is so beautiful. You know what I'm saying, and Josh is like very handsome as a kid too. And the woman like, oh, this man's so cute. You know what I'm saying, you do something like that. And he meets Jake, and they become best friends. Dawn meets Megan, and become best friends. And you transfer, I don't know, 20 some years later, and they're all adults, and Dawn's in the airplane. She's texting her friend, Megan, that she's arriving to Vancouver. Her obsessed family's texting her, and I'm saying the waiter gives her 30 stories. As soon as she arrives to the airplane, everyone's staring at Dawn. And then she you know what I'm saying? And you build that up, obviously. And you have Josh, the story of Josh. Josh and Jake, Josh works at a bar. He makes $2,000 a year. He drives a shitty car, and he's roommates with his friend Jake. Eventually, they meet. They go to the beach party, obviously, and that's when Josh meets Dawn for the first time, and Jake's every nature grows, and Megan's every nature grows. And throughout the story, you know what I'm saying, when they meet in secret, the family doesn't want them seeing Dawn. You know what I'm saying, Jake is like, you shouldn't be with Dawn and all that stuff. I'll have a scene where Josh like breaks down, and when things get really bad, Josh breaks down in tears, and you have this flashback of his life when he first met Jake, and he says, "Where would they be?" You have that flashback when he first met Jake, and he's like, "Nothing will ever separate our friendship," and he cries because Jake betrayed him. Obviously, same thing for Dawn. Dawn has that flashback of her, like she cries. Her family's like, going against her best friend. You know what I'm saying? And she cries too. She has that flashback when she first met Megan. Oh my God, Ivan, you're a creative genius. Yes, I'm a creative genius. I know how to tell a good story, man. I'm born with a creative gift. That's why I'm looking at a masterpiece for my movies. Yeah, man. You're looking at something amazing. Oh, Ivan, you're creative. Yes, I'm very creative. That's why what? God gave me a gift. Yeah, man. Even VJ will be like, holy shit, Ivan, you're so creative. But VJ is obviously creative like me too. Hence why I want her helping me plan out all my movies. Hey VJ, let's plan out all the movies. Okay. For what? For Last of Us Zanus, let's study the Fellowship of the Ring script. Obviously, for the Gray Escape movie, let's study James Bond or John Wick. John Wick 3, we can study John Wick 3 or study like James Bond Casino Royale. Study it, that we have some good ideas for the secret organization, all that stuff. That way you get a good movie. You see what I'm saying here? Yeah. But going back to CEOs, I told you there's a 10% chance me and VJ are going to hire a CEO. Like, guaranteed me and VJ are not going to expand our company, as I'm not into that crazy stuff. There's a high chance I will not be making a Zane's game. I can easily make games for all my movies. I'm not going to do that. It's just more work. And I'm not going to have my own magazine line. Yeah, I mean, VJ will make more money, but it just becomes crazy. Skysource is more than enough. My merch for my posters and mugs. I'm not going to have toys and t-shirts for my merch. No. Amazon will most likely tell me, all right, I recommend you do toys and t-shirts. I mean, no. Posters and mugs is more than enough. I'm not into that crazy stuff, as we're going to make more than enough money off our movie and posters. So those CEOs that I mentioned in my last video, like a 5% chance of having is I won't be hiring a CEO, as me and VJ will be the CEOs of our company, obviously. And Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni will be the boss. Or Rian Johnson or J.J. Abrams. Whoever's chosen. Because I might choose J.J. Abrams or Rian Johnson. You never know, man. It might not even be Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. I might choose Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams to be my two script helpers. You never know. You see what I'm saying here? And I'll pay them the nice bonus too. J.J. Abrams, I'll pay him like, I don't know, $27 million bonus. Because the guy's big, right? Pay him like a $27 million bonus for all your movies, and you pay him a nice $8 million for the first year, and he gets his rich $4 million for the others, which is a nice deal. You'll accept my deal, obviously. Oh, Ivan, you're generous, yeah. And Rian Johnson, you can pay him like, I don't know, $14 million bonus. And you pay him his $2.4 million yearly salary, which is nice, obviously. And they also get their bonus after the movie. And and their family and girlfriend are taking on vacation too. With the other members of 17, they get their same perks like Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, obviously. So instead of wasting money, I'm not going to waste like $200 million to hire a CEO. You're just wasting money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you, hey, VJ, like, let's just stick to scale. The money we make from our movies and posters is more than enough. I don't feel like taking out the checkbook and paying Kevin Feige $180 million. You're just wasting money. He's worth the money, obviously, because he built, like, if I expanded my company, he's worth the money, obviously, because he'd be running my whole company. But I told you, I don't feel like taking out the checkbook and paying him that much money, obviously. But if they were my CEO, you'd have to pay them an unheard amount of money, man, or very, very rich salary. Obviously. So Walter Minor, I'd be willing to pay him $80 million, which is good enough for all my movies. $80 million to run my company, obviously. So as a CEO, they'd be responsible for everything to do with my movie, as well as the game division, as well as the magazines. They'd be responsible for all that. And that's why you have to pay them an unheard amount of money, obviously. And Ann Sarov, I'd pay her like $120 million, and like Kevin Feige, I'd pay him like a fat $180 million, which is a lot of money, obviously. But I told you, there's 5% chance I'm going to hire CEOs. Me and we just don't need CEOs. So sorry, guys. I will not be hiring CEOs. Don't hate me, you know what I'm saying? And Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, if they're hired, Jon Favreau will be the boss of my company. I'm going to pay him a nice, rich $20 million bonus, which is nice. There's a high chance, because Jon Favreau's big too, there's a high chance he might even try and get a piece of me with these royalties. I'm like, look, man, you're not getting a piece of royalties. You're not worth it, man. You're worth a nice bonus, but you're not getting a piece of me with these royalties. Because Jon Favreau's also greedy too. The guy's worth $100 million. So he's obviously a shark too. You know what I'm saying? Dave Filoni most likely won't be as greedy because he's not as big as Jon Favreau. He's only worth like a few $1 million, obviously. So someone like him might maybe try and get more money, obviously. But Jon Favreau, there's a good chance he might even want a piece of that pie. Yeah, am I going to get a piece of the royalties because I'm your executive producer? I'm like, no, man. You're not getting a piece of the royalties. You're not worth it, man. If you don't like my offer, go back to Hollywood, being a dirty slave and working in your Mandalorian project if you want to. Eating that shitty food and not getting exposed the way Ivan exposed you if you don't like my offer, obviously. He'll agree to the deal, obviously. That's $20 million is a rich salary. That's 12 million, 12.3, $12.4 million in your bank. So for every movie project, he gets like $12.4 million in his bank, man, before he even starts work. Obviously. Because Jon Favreau will be making a good, $130 million for my 5 movies around there. $120 million bucks. Be making for my 5 movies. I'm paying him a very rich salary. With his bonus and his money I'm paying him, he's making like $100 million, man. $100 million around there. 100 plus million, 120 million or something like that. Dave Filoni's making, 30 something, 35, 40. They're all making a lot of money, man. So I'm paying him. I didn't even pay Dave Filoni 10. Pay him 10. That way he works hard for you. Pay Dave Filoni a $10 million bonus. $10 million bonus per movie. Obviously, and you get your $2.4 million salary. They also get their $100,000 raises every movie. They also get their retirement package. I'll pay Dave Filoni a $3.5 million retirement package. Jon Favreau, I'll pay him $5 million. Obviously, if Rian Johnson's hired, I'll give him a nice like $4 million retirement package. if JJ Ames is JJ Ames is hired, I'll give him like a $7 million retirement package, just in case. Because some people can blow all their money, man. Some people blow their money. Even people who are very rich, they can blow their money. Hence why give them a retirement package just in case. You see what I'm saying here? Just in case they're stupid with their money, they have some money when they retire for their family. A good retirement plan. And the secretaries, I'll give them a $1.5 million retirement plan. And the other three, I'll give them a $2.5 million retirement plan, which is nice. Obviously. And they also get their bonuses after film is complete. I'm not going to give them like a multi-million-dollar bonus. No, you're being too generous. I'll give them like a nice like 200, like Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, J.J. Abrams, Rian Johnson, and the other three, I'll give them like a $250,000 bonus after filming, which is nice. And the secretaries, I'll give them a $150,000 bonus, which is nice, obviously. And I'll pay the secretaries their $150,000 bonus before each movie project. That way they're motivated to work hard for you, obviously. And I'll pay the other three $250,000 bonus per movie, which is before each movie, which is nice. And Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, I'll pay them their multi-million-dollar bonus because they're going to be my co-executive. They're going to be the boss of my company. Hey John, if you're hired, hey John, Dave, if you're hired, you're the boss of the company. After me, Vijay, you're the boss. Obviously, you're the boss of the company. Obviously, he'll be my co-executive producer. He'll be the most powerful man in the industry, pretty much. Jon Favreau will be bigger than all those executives in Hollywood. All the producers will be bigger than all those guys because he's executive producer of my company. And I'm not paying him any more than $20 million. That's good enough, man. If you're greedy and you want a piece of royalties and you're not getting a piece of royalties, you're not worth it. You have to let them know that, man. They are not worth it. And they also get their money for their commercials. As my 17 we're doing commercials too. Pay John them a nice $10,000 $10,000 for the commercials, which is nice. Pay them the same amount of money as the actors. So I'll have the 7 team do 2 commercials the first year. And you pay them a nice $20,000 for those 2 commercials, which is nice. And so I'm spoiling them. So you got your bonus, you're getting your rich salary, and you're also getting money for your commercials. And you're getting spoiled, partying up my condo, my yacht. You know what I'm saying? I can even give the 7 team a $3,500 gas card too. I can give them in if they want to. Yeah, I can give them. I'll give the 7 team a $3,500 gas card too. Right? You can spoil them. Okay, you guys get your $3,500 gas card too. I'm gonna tell the secretaries, look, man, put $3,500 in all these gas cards, as well as put $3,500 for the gas cards for yourselves too. Make 7 gas cards. Put $3,500 in 7 gases for yourselves too. You get your 1 year's worth of gas, which is nice, obviously. As I'm spoiling them, as they're going to work hard for me, obviously. But the 7 team do not get the limo driver perks like Peter Jackson on them because I'm paying them really sorry. The only time they get the limo driver perks is when we do the takeouts. They're gonna be in the limo with me and VJ and all that stuff, but when we do the takeouts the first year. But I'm not gonna have a limo driver pick them every day and all that stuff. No. I do not sponsor them with their clothing because I'm paying them their yearly salary. Look, man, I paid you your fat bonus. I'm paying you your yearly salary. I'm not sponsoring you guys with your clothes, man. You can easily get your own clothes. Easily get your clothes. Peter Jackson, I'm not sponsoring him with his clothes either. He has to pay for his own clothes. Either bring your nice clothes at your house. He obviously has nice clothes. Bring your nice suits from your house, obviously, or you can go to a nice store. I paid your fat bonus. You can go to, and you're already loaded. You can go to a nice store in Vancouver and buy yourself your nice clothes for the shoots. Buy yourself a nice $2,000 suit. Buy yourself your nice shoes, your nice casual clothing for the shoot if you want to. As I'm not paying for his clothes, obviously. The actors, I'm paying for them because they're my stars, and I'm not paying them. I'm not paying them the kind of money I'm paying Peter Jackson, because I'm paying Peter Jackson such a rich salary. I'm not sponsoring him with his clothes, man. You signed that $75 million fat contract. You know what I'm saying? That like the salary that no director will ever make in Hollywood, with the exceptions if they get a piece of the profits, obviously. You know what I'm saying? You got your fat $10 million bonus, hence I'm not paying for your clothes, man. Whereas the actors, yeah, I'm paying them the money for commercials, but they're not getting paid for 2 years, pretty much. Well, they get paid for the commercials, so that makes up for it. But I'm not paying the actors the kind of money I'm paying Peter Jackson. I'm paying the actors like the amount of money I'm paying. Peter Jackson's bonus is the amount of money I'm paying like these actors. You see what I'm saying here? Hence why I'm sponsoring all the actors with clothes. Plus, the actors are your stars, and you have to sponsor them with the clothes, obviously. See what I'm saying? The actors for Zanes, you have to sponsor with their clothes, obviously. But the only thing, and I'll sponsor all the actors with their training wear, for their sword training. You know what I'm saying? Sponsor them with all that, the horse training, as well as their training wear, their bags, protein shake sponsor. But they have to pay for their own food. Look, man. Look, man. I'm paying. I pay you your money for your commercial ads. You can easily what? You're right. You guys are already rich, and I'm paying you money for your commercial ads. $20,000, $60,000 for the 3 years, and you can easily buy your own food. So I'm giving you a good deal. It's a good fucking deal. I'm not paying for their fucking food, man. I could easily pay for the food if I want to. I'm not going to spoil it completely. You're paying for your own chicken and salad. I'm not paying for you. But because I pay the money for the commercials, it makes up for that, right? It makes up for that. Yeah, you're getting $20,000 a year for two commercials, man, which is a nice paycheck for a commercial. $20,000 is a nice paycheck for a commercial, man. Yeah. Buy nice clothes with that money. There's a good chance the actors are gonna use that money to buy like nice ass clothes. Yeah, Ivan spoiled me, man. He paid me $20,000 a year for each commercial. I bought myself some nice clothes. Yeah, they're gonna buy themselves some nice clothes. Yeah, buy some nice clothes for $20,000, man. As the actors are getting spoiled. Yeah, that's why Scarce is the best brand in the entertainment industry. And what I'm gonna do for Zayn is I'm gonna put. I want to save as much money for the movie, so I'm gonna put $200,000 towards the commercials. For $20,000, for $25,000, you can do a good. I'll have them do. I'll do 10 commercials. For $20,000, you can do a really really good commercial. I'm gonna tell the document, hey man, I want you guys filming the documentary, and I also want to do 10 commercials throughout the 4 years. The first year with two with the 7 team, the first year, and Peter Jackson will do one the first year, and then the second, third year, and fourth year, the actors do the commercials. Get the best greens. You can get good green, get green screen, blue screen, and you can for $20,000 you can do a really good commercial. You know those commercials you see on YouTube, you do a nice commercial like that. Those commercials you see on TV, when you watch TV, you see those ads. You can do a nice commercial like that with the actors. The main ones, only the main ones are going to be on the commercials. The minor ones are not on the commercials. The minor ones are not on the commercials. The main ones are on commercials. And you can have you and VJ be in the commercial too if you want. I prefer me and VJ don't be in the commercial. I think it's better if you just have the actors be in the commercial. You have the Sky Source commercial. So every time you watch the trailer, the doc trailer, the teaser trailer, you get this nice ad, the commercial ad. Yeah, listen, top notch. That's why my company be the best brand in the entertainment business, man. That's something amazing. They got the best company in the entertainment business, man. That's why BG said I'm self-made. Yeah, Ivan, you're self-made. Yeah, I have everything planned out for my company, obviously. They're also a part of the ad shoots that are going to be featured on my website, my super advanced website. You know those Netflix ads you see? Think of something like that, except it's like you have the me and VG and the actors like models. We're featured on the website. I'm going to have a billboard in front of my office, hanging in the middle of my front. I'm also going to hang like 2 or 3 billboards around the city. That way everyone knows Ivan signed these stars. It's going to be top-notch. You'll also get featured on your nice posters, obviously, and the 4K Blu-ray case covers. Yeah, man, the actors are stars, or your movie stars. Yeah, as well as the red carpet. Feature on your. I'm gonna have a nice section red carpet event. You get these nice like top high-end pictures of the red, like I don't know, hundreds of pictures of the red carpet. You guys are gonna be tuning in and seeing those red carpet pictures. Yeah, the red carpet pictures will be trending on Twitter. And you're gonna see them on posts on the website. These nice. I'm gonna tell the owners of the hotel, look, man, when you hire those extra 10 photographers, make sure you make sure you rent good quality like $2,000 cameras. I don't want you renting cheap cameras. No, it's a red carpet. Keep professional. I want my company to be best represented. Get the best cameras. As a photographer who are using my cameras are using top high end $2,000 cameras for the pictures, not those cheap cameras. No, luxury top high end cameras, man. Professional cameras, right? Yeah, you need to get that, obviously. For the ad shoots, I don't want to do a cheap shoot like they do in Hollywood. I'm going to get the best photography studio equipment for the ad shoots. As we and the actors look like models, you're going to see those ads featured on the website. That's going to be top notch. Yeah, man. That's why Skies versus Bear. He's actually like, yeah, man, Ivan, we did like top high-end ad shoots for Ivan's company. Ivan's ad shoots are so much better. How would you have these cheap ad shoots? With Ivan, he poured money into like top high-end photography equipment. Yeah. With special effects, fans, all that stuff. Yeah, for the ad shoots, yeah, man. Because my company's top notch. That's why even Peter Jackson will have, I had a blast being featured on your ad shoots. You're saying, okay, Peter, we do this ad shoot, saying it's me, VJ, the 7 team, and Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson. Okay, Peter, come here, and the makeup artist, they put makeup on Peter. He's wearing his nice suit. I wore my nice suit. They put makeup on me, VJ, and the 17. And we do this professional ad shoot. Yeah, man. I'm gonna do a group picture and the individual pictures are gonna be featured around the website. Okay, I'm gonna tell the photographers, like, I don't pay for nothing. I want one photographer doing the group. I want one photographer doing the what, doing the group picture, and the other two take the individual pictures. As I don't pay you a rich salary for nothing. I'm gonna find a way to put you to work, man. Obviously, yeah. See what I'm saying here? Yeah. That's how top notch my Sky Source coming to be. Listen to me top notch. Now, I don't mean to be rude, man. Even though these actors chosen for other movies are lucky, they're not as lucky as the actors for Zanis. As the actors for Zanis are going to have the best time of their lives. All the actors from my movies are going to have the best time of their lives, but man, these actors are going to be experience that buzz of Erettat being the devil himself, and he feasts a King Del Bat mounts a demon wolf army, the demon bat army, the cursed seven ashes of the self. Yeah, these actors are lucky, man. As you guys already know what I'm talking about, you know how scary Erettat is. They're a part of that buzz, man. Whereas the actors for the Great Escape movie, like, yeah, they're lucky too, and they're part of that crazy buzz. But there's no devils in the Great Escape movie. It's just like a me and VJ kicking ass for secret agent. Look at crazy buzz in that movie, you know what I'm saying? And Ben Affleck and them are like what? Are like evil, you know what I'm saying? But like it's not gonna have the same kind of buzz like Zanis, man. Zanis is gonna have crazy. The Great Escape movie will have crazy buzz. Believe me, crazy buzz. As I and VJ a lot of times kicking ass for secret agents. But Zanis is a unique story, man. Erettat's the devil himself. You know what I'm saying? You look at something crazy. It would be cooler seeing me and VJ in the Great Escape movie, obviously, because we're secret agents kicking ass in the modern times. But Zanis is a better story. And you're looking at devils on the big screen. There's something crazy, man. Shut this camera up here.